Welcome to the School Vikings Vibe podcast. The show is about to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Minnesota Vikings fans. Daryl Carr. You're listening to the School Vikings Vibe podcast. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect for next year. Don't be surprised if Brian Flores leaves. Or Josh McCown. You could give Josh McCown some of the credit for Sam Darnold and really a lot of the other things. Brian Flores, you could also give some credit to. He has done a lot for this team, especially defensively. I think that's partially why we were such a good team last year. But I think if you want them back, you can't get them back. You just have to match the contract that another team is getting them. And you don't want them to. You do not want Brian Flores on a different team because that would be scary. And then also, don't be surprised if Brian Kelly's not back next year. He was given a decent contract and 4 concussions this season, and that's not good. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings brought in someone like Logan Jones in this NFL draft. Someone young. Someone to develop. I actually really like him. Think he could be pretty good. Imagine Logan Jones, Donovan Jackson. Woo! It's a young core. Really Christian Darrisaw too. That whole center and left side is pretty darn young. But also don't be surprised if they bring in someone like a Tyler Lindenbaum. I'm assuming they're going to bring him back, but also someone like a Connor McGovern or David Edwards. All people you could bring in to help that offensive line because that offensive line was not good this year. Partially because of the health injuries, but really all of it because of the health injuries, but you cannot roll out with that next year. And don't be surprised if they bring in a QB, but probably not a big name QB like a Burrow, a Jackson, a Baker Mayfield, even really a Matthew Stafford. I would probably say the most realistic is bringing in Joe Burrow. Because he was teammates with Justin Jefferson. I see it. I see them being together again. From going one LSU wide receiver to another LSU wide receiver. Because he has a no-trade clause, and if he's going to demand a trade, they're going to get him. Because then they're going to trade probably Jamar Chase too, maybe. Baker Mayfield, I just don't like. Just not a fan of him. Matthew Stafford, I wouldn't mind, but I don't think he'd trade away J.J. McCarthy, but he worked with Kevin O'Connell in Los Angeles. See it. Lamar Jackson, really like him as a player. Just doesn't fit the scheme. Kevin O'Connell likes to just stay in the pocket and throw the ball 15 yards down the field. Lamar Jackson has weapons all around him with Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. Kind of reminds me of offense here, but I don't think he could come in here. But you could debate that J.J. McCarthy is a scrambling QB with his legs, but it's harder to change someone that's 6 years into his career than someone that's coming off basically his rookie year. Also, don't be surprised if they bring someone in through free agency. Daniel Jones, a former Viking, yeah, you could bring him in. Is it realistic? No. Because he's going to be looking for a starting job. Aaron Rodgers, I could see it. Coming in here to develop JJ. high-end backup QB. Marcus Mariota, I see. We'll be talking about him later in the show. Malik Willis, no. Don't want him. Gardner Minshew, no. Joe Flacco, yeah, but I don't know. Just don't really want him. Trey Lance, rather have that veteran, just body in the room. Russell Wilson, I could see him being a QB3. Not going to be QB2, but Trubisky, Pickett, Garoppolo, you don't want him. But also, don't be surprised if they trade for Anthony Richardson. I love this dude. I could see it. I could really see it. Kevin O'Connell bringing his career back. But this would be my dream. J.J. McCarthy, QB1. Anthony Richardson, QB2. Marcus Mariota, Russell Wilson. You could do either one of them. I think that's a solid QB room. Because J.J. McCarthy, Anthony Richardson, those they have injuries frequently. And that shouldn't be a surprise. But also don't be surprised if they cut TJ Hawkinson. I know we would hate it as a team, but great guy and all, but just I don't think look at that contract. That contract is horrendous for how bad he's been playing. $15 million next year. I'm not paying for that. I would not like that. For he's definitely not living up to it. And then even the following season in 2027, $17 million. That's a lot for a tight end that's not doing so well. I don't know, but you could also have some free agents come in. Kyle Pitts, I love him. That would probably be my dream. Because you got Josh Oliver too. He'd be your blocking tight end. Kyle Pitts, your receiving tight end. I see it. Travis Kelce, I don't think he's even coming back to the league next year. Dallas Goedert, I think the Eagles are going to sign him back. David Njoku, wouldn't mind him. Would not mind him. Cade Otton, no. Chig Okonkwo, nah. Isaiah Likely, wouldn't mind. Would not mind for sure. But also don't be surprised if they bring someone like Greg Newsome or Reed Blankenship. Greg Newsome would be our corner 2. Byron Murphy, 1. Greg Newsome, 2. Isaiah Rodgers, 3. And Dwayne McLaughlin, 4. And then Reed Blankenship, I don't think he's coming back. Or I don't think Harrison Smith is coming back, so I think that's just kind of a swap out. But also you could sign one of the Bear boys. Ken Bernard and Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, I wouldn't mind them. But this draft order, it ain't looking out too shabby, especially if we want to get Caleb Downs. Because I think he's for sure top 10, because he's not falling past to Cincinnati. That's for sure. So you'd probably want to trade up to Kansas City. About 3 weeks ago, we had the number 9 overall pick. And now we're number 17. I think they should have just tanked the season. I know that's not good for the development of JJ, but it's not like you're going to the playoffs anyways. But we did just about make the playoffs. We would have had one good tackle against the Bears. we would have been in the playoffs. That gives us one more win, 9-6. And then if we were to win Week 18 against the Packers, which chances are pretty high because they have their third string QB in, I see it. I see us being number 7. And then we just want a playoff win. That was our goal for the season, a playoff win. Well, thank you for listening to the Skol Vikings Vibe podcast. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and see you next time.